Magic Makers. I'm Mombirella.
I'm Yukita Cosplay.
Juju Jones here.
And I'm CJ Peterson. Welcome to Magic Making Mischief. Get your wands to the ready. Because we solemnly swear we're up to no good. And speaking of up to no good today, we have some special guests with us from the MCO, aka Multiverse Causeplay Organization. Yay! Aley, aka Aley Gibb, and Pablo Ibanez. Welcome today, folks.
We love you.
Thanks for having us.
They do all sorts of fun things for a good cause. So, first of all, can you folks please explain to us what is Multiverse Causeplay Organization?
Sure. So basically, it's just a group of very passionate cosplayers, and we team up and partner up with local charities all over Houston and the surrounding areas. And we just, get dressed and, whether it be Star Wars or Marvel superheroes, DC superheroes, Multiverse basically covers all aspects of any kind of cosplay.
Gotcha. Now, Mombi and Yukita have joined you a couple times for a couple different ones.
Yes.
They look like they had a ball.
We did.
It's a lot of fun.
How did this start?
Well, so I mean, it's been a lot of us kind of growing together. My first time doing any kind of cosplay volunteer like that was actually back in Hurricane Harvey, with a lot of displaced families and stuff. And it was just something very easy to do to give back to people. So, just we went to a church that was housing some people that had been displaced, played with the kids, kind of took them outdoors, cared for them. That way the parents could handle what they needed to. Like, it didn't seem like that big a deal, but at the end of the day, they were like just extremely grateful to have a moment to breathe, to process everything. And I mean, it just kind of became this thing, like, who knew dressing up could make such an impact in people's lives? So, a bunch of us just kind of continued to go from there. There were some groups along the way that kind of came together. Pablo joined us along the way.
So my first experience was a little boy named Pipe, and he had a tumor in his brain, and I joined up with them, and that's all it took. And it was an experience like no other. I mean, it's fun to go and cosplay and whatnot, but when you're doing it for a worthy cause, I mean, it just, it raises the bar.
Yeah. I mean, we meet people sometimes that are going through like the toughest parts of their life,
Exactly.
And just being able to give them an opportunity to smile and play and have fun.
And just forget about the reality just for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. And it's not just the kids, the adults. The adults are even, they go crazy.
Yeah, no, the number of grandmas that I've seen push their grandkids out of the way to get pictures with the superheroes.
This is true.
It happens all the time.
True story. Yeah. Absolutely.
I've seen it.
Yeah, no, it's great. It feeds the addiction, but at the same time, it's just a lot of fun. I mean, just seeing the light come out of their eyes, and it's an experience that's you really can't put into words, and it doesn't do any justice when you do it. It's just people are happy, and we're doing our thing, and it's just wonderful. It really is. There's no comparison to it.
Very cool. Yukita, you want to catch me?
Yes, actually. Commercial. Jeremy Vander here. There you go. Creator of Beautiful Wands since 2024. Yes, yes, yes. And Juju, I believe the owls have whispered in my ear that you may have one coming your way.
Over there.
Super Hubby says, hi all.
Super Hubby.
Jeremy Vanders, who is also one of the members of MCO, said it was fun. Ooh, and got a good question. So, Super Hubby asks, what's your favorite superhero?
Mine for sure is Gamora. And it was actually like my main cosplay for a very long time. And like most people, there's a lot of people who call me Gamora and don't even use my name at this point.
This is true.
But I did have to eventually find some easier cosplays because spending all that time painting myself green and getting
Man, no more
hair
green
on.
girl?
Yeah, you know, it just became a lot of work. And so just being able to be more flexible and be a little more comfortable sometimes at the events, depending, like, so we do a lot of outdoor events sometimes. And
in the summertime, it's brutal.
Yeah.
But we do what we can.
But no, for sure, she's like my favorite. I always get the best reactions out of her too, because nobody expects to walk in and see someone green, you know, so.
Right.
She does a good one. She's really, really good.
Yeah.
Pablo, your
my turn.
favorite.
I think we know Pablo's favorite. I think.
No, we have no
I'm gonna
idea
go.
what's Pablo's favorite. No idea.
I have two to confess. If it's DC, it's Nightwing, which is the first Robin all grown up. And if it's Marvel, it's got to be Wolverine.
Had no idea.
Oh,
Didn't see that.
I'm
Didn't see that
baffled.
one coming.
I thought for sure it was Superman.
no, yeah, that's a
Little
close.
inside joke.
word.
I don't know what gave it away.
No.
No. Oh my gosh. Real quick. And Geek Red or Ryan says, hey y'all. And his little
Hi,
quip,
Ryan.
not easy being green.
Right.
Womp
Oh, my
womp.
Now, one thing I love about MCO is that it's not just superheroes. That's why it's the multi is part of it. So what, like, there's a bunch of different kind of themed ones that are done too. And sometimes it'll be like, come in this kind of cosplay, this kind of cosplay. Can you expand on that a little bit for us?
So we dabble into the Harry Potter world. We dabble into Star Wars, Star Trek. Some people do anime. Disney. We also do Disney.
Yeah.
Which we haven't done in a while, but
It's been a minute, but I think we just kind of leave it up to the organizers that we work with.
Right.
Sometimes they have a theme to the event that they're holding. I know we partner a lot with Ronald McDonald House. Honestly, best place, the most fun you'll ever have.
This is true.
But we'll do the different themes for them. Like we've done a superhero birthday party. We do Star Wars every year with them. We've done Harry Potter. You know, it's honestly just a really great time to go. And yeah, like each organization sometimes has their preference. We have one organization we work with called Smiling Ryland.
Yes.
And when we first connected with her, she wanted us to be superheroes because to her son was a superhero. She lost her son when he was young. Aww. And so we raise awareness for organ donation and stuff with his runs and a lot of the things that they do. And so for her, it was always superheroes for sure. Like, you know, so we just kind of leave it up to them. And fortunately, we have a lot of cosplayers who are a little bit addicted to cosplaying and they have multiple costumes to use, a variety of people.
Yeah.
Pablo being the worst of all. But
I can probably handle about 3 or 4 of those.
I don't know anybody who's addicted to cosplay. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Like,
It's a far-fetched idea.
Every day. I'm just a nerd.
So, but again, you know, it's a great way to give back while also feeding that addiction.
Yes,
so,
absolutely. Right. There's a balance. There it is.
With great cosplay comes great power.
And responsibility.
I was going to say, don't look at the 4 of us at all. No.
Right. I've actually been trying to get a Star Wars cosplay together. I'm gonna have my closet cosplay version
Oh
this,
my
for this
gosh.
event. Yep.
Real quick. Hey, Magic Making Mischief crew addicted to cosplay?
No.
I'm not addicted. I can quit anytime I want. Shows up in an
I
X-Men
don't
shirt.
know that we might resemble that remark at all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I don't have any idea what he's talking about.
Speaking of some of the events that MCO has done that we've got to be part of, or I've got to be part of, I think Yukita missed this one, but the Galveston one was actually an amazing event. It was at
My
and
absolute favorite
Yes.
event, hands down. Like, if you ever need a mood booster, enter that room.
Yep.
Like, the most fun you will ever have in your life.
That in Brookwood, there's a community out on past Katy, and those guys are just absolutely wonderful too. They have a couple of events during the year. Usually it's inside, but I mean, it's just, I mean, you just leave. It's just, and it's wonderful. It really is. They're great. And yes, the Mardi Gras at Moody Gardens is absolutely fantastic.
Bring your dancing shoes.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
your face is going to hurt from the
Yes.
smiles by the
Yes.
time you're leaving, but
And the connections that we make every year, they
Mhm.
remember us. And it's, you know, I remember one year you came in and someone said something to
Oh,
you
yeah.
and you were in tears.
so yeah, no, that event. So I'm always Alice in Wonderland at that event. There is something. So the Mardi Gras event, it's held by Moody Gardens, and it's Mardi Gras for special people is what
Yes.
it is. So any physical, mental, disabilities, families can go, and it's honestly just a giant party.
Yeah.
So food, dancing, face painting, games, all sorts of things. And from the first time I went as Alice in Wonderland, which I mean, I think I've been going to that event for 7 years now or
Yeah.
so.
That's
But
like
there's-
you went before.
Yeah.
With another group.
But like, there's just something that they connect to with Alice in a way that I don't usually get from other events. So she's kind of become like my key person when I go there. No matter what's going on in my life, I will be Alice at Mardi Gras, Moody Gardens every year forever and ever, as long as they allow me to go. But yeah, no, like I walk in the room and like people remember me. The guests that come, they remember me, and they're screaming my name from down the aisle and running to me and grabbing my hand and dragging me to go see the other friends that we've met last year. And I mean, it's honestly just the best thing. And to watch them in their own lives grow. This last year we went, I was trying to get Pablo's attention at one point. He was with some other people, but one of the young ladies, she had come running over to me because she had gotten engaged.
Oh,
And she had to show me her ring, and she ran to me and she was like, Alice, you'll never believe what happened.
Yeah.
And she was just showing me her ring. And I was just thrilled for her because I mean, I had seen her for the last 5 years, and every year she's excited. There was one year where I don't think she could come. Her boyfriend, now fiance, was there. And he was like, hey, I need to call my girlfriend. She wants to say hello to you, even though
FaceTime.
she couldn't come.
FaceTime?
And so we did, for a moment, and she was excited to see me, and she apologized for not coming because she was sick. And so it's like just these relationships that we build with them over the years. It's worth so much.
Oh.
It just, anything going on in your life is suddenly better.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, can you tell us which groups you do work with? You mentioned a couple. Can you talk about a couple other ones, or?
So the ones that we partner up with the most is the 501st, which is the Star Wars themed group. And these are cosplayers that kind of raise the bar because they have to be absolutely theater authentic with their costumes and whatnot. And so we partnered up with them at the Mardi Gras one, and also the Ronald McDonald May the 4th Be With You.
Mm-hmm.
And we partner up with them, and we see them in other places too. because they do a lot of charity work. And then there's another one. It's the Superhero Enthusiast of Houston, which and there's also a Star Wars one as well, and we've hooked up with them a few times. But you know, we're open. The thing is with us is we're open to any ideas, and if we partner up with another cosplay for charity organization, please, the more the merrier. So yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, it's a lot of fun, and you know, we sit there and talk and interact with the different attendees. We interact with the other groups, and it's just a lot of fun.
Do you have any events
That's
coming up that you can tell us about?
So we have one on the 13th. It's a new one. It's GT's Playhouse. It's for Down syndrome, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's one after that, which is
It's the Children's Network.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. So yeah, the Walmart out in Tomball.
Yes.
They host a lot of events.
You guys were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to done a couple times. I
Starfire
think.
and Raven in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so that's coming up in like 2 weeks, I think, on the 28th or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have possibly one in October, but
Yeah. I think then we're getting into the fall. There's not a lot of events in the summer just because it gets so hot, and,
Right.
and most events have to like have some kind of outdoor expansion going
Yes.
on. So we don't do a whole lot during the summer, which we appreciate. We've done summer events in the past in full cosplay and not hot weather friendly cosplay either.
There's been a time where we had to cancel because the heat index was so
Yeah.
much, and we didn't want anybody to overheat, and so
Yeah,
for safety.
cosplaying out in the Texas summer heat is like very rough.
Oh yeah. So I mean, you really got to be careful because you know what they say: the cooler the cosplay, the worse it is to wear. And there's truth to that, big time.
Right.
But I mean, it's funny. We have a lot of people who are creative who make their own, which is great. But still, I mean, it's just some of it is just like Simone's Jedi one.
Mm-hmm.
It's very elaborate.
Yeah.
She goes, you know, she can go Sith or she can go the Alkalite. I think she has one, which is a really good one as well. But yeah, when you're outside, you got to go in pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, we have a good question. Advice: best cosplay for hot conditions.
For the women,
Ike.
anything with a skirt because you can twirl it and get a little breeze going.
Yes. Or even a bodysuit leotard type of thing with tights. I know from experience. Yeah.
For the guys, stay away from leather if all possible. The stretch, like white sheep leather has these stretch textured ones that are really nice in the summertime. It just depends on the layers. If you can avoid any big cowl masks, that would be a good idea not to wear one. Especially if you're in the heat.
Wigs, helmets, anything.
I say headpieces add up quickly.
Yeah, no. Stay away from those.
But you know, sometimes it's worth it though.
No, it's true. I mean, because it's funny because a lot of people, what I call the headliners, like the Captain Americas, the Wolverines, the Batmans, and stuff like that. Some of the other not so familiar characters, I get asked a lot, like, who are you? And it's like, well, I'm Nightwing. It's like, well, who's that? Well, he's the first Robin all grown up. Oh, okay. And then one time we went to a, it was an Astros superhero day. And I went as Hawkeye, and we had another guy who went as Green Arrow. And so one of the kids go, "Are you Green Arrow's father?" And I said, "Yes, I am." Because of the gray. And so, yeah. So it's been an ongoing joke ever since then.
It's a good one.
Oh my goodness.
That is
So-
not okay.
So yeah.
So if somebody wants to say join your group, or if somebody wants to get in touch with your group to have your group come out to you, how do they get in touch with you guys?
So the best way to do it is to email us. And the email is mco.cosplay.gmail.com.
Okay, hold on. Do that again. MCO.
mco.cosplay
COSPLAY.
@gmail.com. And what we do is I will send them the guidelines of our group and an application. And then they fill it out. They go over the guidelines first, make sure that they agree with everything. And then what we do is any cosplay submissions, we ask that they, send us a full body picture of them in their cosplay plus a full body reference.
Yeah, membership is not hard. I mean, the girls have seen the guidelines and stuff. They're not crazy, but we do have to have some standards with some of the organizations we work with. When, going to Ronald McDonald's house, we've done the Houston Zoo. They're very strict about things. So there are some guidelines, that should be expected anyways when volunteering.
Right.
And then cosplays, we try to be reasonable in that. Our main goal is that we want these kids to believe that we are who we're portraying. So, as long as the kid will look at you and know that's who you are, that's all we care about. But, we have seen different takes on costume, like, oh, my version of whatever. But the kids are going to look at that and be like, who is this man in this why are you wearing that? So that's really kind of the standards that we have. They're nothing crazy, but they are there for a reason.
Yeah.
Gotta look as accurate as possible, TBH.
Well, it's one thing to go to like a convention where you can expand on the certain character and have your own take and everything else. But when you're in front of kids,
because they will question you.
Yeah.
8-year-olds are brutally honest. I mean, mean.
Yeah, no. When I did Gamora all the time, the amount of sealer that I would use on myself, so that when the kids would come and rub my hands to see if the green paint came off, I should have invested in that company because I used so much. But it worked. The kids, they would rub my hand to see if it came off, and it didn't. And then you could just see it in their face. They would just light up. Oh my God, she is the real deal. So. I mean, these kids are going to judge you and question if you're legit.
They even judged me on one time when I showed up as an orange Wolverine. It's like, well, don't you usually wear yellow? And I go, yeah, but there's a different suits that I have. It's all good. It's legit, I promise.
I think the multiverse helps a lot with some of the different versions. Now the kids are more familiar with the Spider-Verse and things like that, and Marvel multiverses. Yeah. It's a little bit easier to, tweak it, but again, they still just need to know that you are who you say you are.
Yes.
Otherwise, it loses its magic a little bit.
Right.
It's kind of like working at Disney.
Yes.
Right.
Or
yeah.
So So if there's a group that wanted to have MCO come out to help with their charity event or something like that, how would emailing be the best way to get in touch with y'all for that as well?
That's the best way. And so what I try to communicate to the different organizations is just give us a little bit of what you had in mind for the event. If there's a preference on characters that you want, or if you wanted a certain theme, and I throw out a couple of, hey, if you want a Harry Potter theme, we can do that. If you want to do a Disney thing, if you want to do superheroes, do you want DC? Do you want Marvel? And just leave it up to them to decide what's best. And then, time, location. We're mostly there for about 3 hours, 4 hours tops. And, we just sit there and communicate with people and interact with the attendees, take pictures if they want. And,
Yeah, and I mean, definitely finding us on Facebook and Instagram helps.
Right.
We've gotten a lot of messages through there where people will ask us, and generally we'll guide them to the email because, again, it's just easier to keep everything in one place when you're trying to organize it.
Right.
We try to be very open and communicative with all the organizations. There are a lot of events that people host during the week. And unfortunately, we are volunteers. We all have full-time jobs.
Right.
So it's not often that we can make a week event, but there are some organizations like Ronald McDonald, like we will absolutely do our best to try to make that happen. But definitely weekends are always going to be better.
Right.
As long as they just understand, like, it is volunteers. These are all people that have real lives and have real jobs.
Absolutely.
That, we just have to make time to make it work if we can.
Sometimes if it's right after work, depending on the location, like if it's a Friday night or something like that, we might be able to do something. I know we've done some in the past. With the Ronald McDonald House, they're kind of special. Plus, it's the Star Wars thing, which is extra special.
Yeah.
So,
I'm very fortunate. My dad understands what I do, and if I tell them I'm taking the afternoon off because I got to go do that, then
then we can make arrangements
do it,
with
but-
employers and whatnot, and go that way. But yes, during the week, it's hard to get the numbers.
Mhm.
And sometimes on the weekends, it's hard to get the numbers. It just depends on what people are doing. I mean, everybody has their lives and their families and obligations there, and we completely understand, and we do what we can with whatever numbers that we have for that particular event.
Well,
So-
it sounds like you guys are doing an amazing job, and we really appreciate you guys coming out and taking a little bit of time to talk to us about the Multiverse Causeplay Organization, MCO. You guys, what you do sounds inspiring, and we really appreciate it.
I love it.
Guys,
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
to get in touch with them, like I said, you go to mco.cosplay@gmail.com. That is in the chat. You can also head over to their Instagram, which is at, hold on a second, scrolling by, Multiverse Causeplay, MultiverseCauseplay. So you can head over there as well. In the meantime, get your wands to the ready because we're getting them ready. But in next week, we have a special. This is my birthday month, so tons of things are going to be heading on. Starting with next week, we will have something special coming. A special person is coming to join us, and I'm so excited. You can see me bouncing off the walls. Corin Nemec from Stargate will be joining us next week at 7 o'clock. You can see my face is turning bright red because I'm so excited. Stargate is one of my favorite shows to watch. As you can see behind me, I have all the characters' autographs behind me, including his, which is right there. Corin Nemec will be joining us. You've seen him in plenty of things, including Bundy, Parker Lewis, The Stand, Operation Dumbo Drop, Doomsday Device, Star Trek Renegades, and Stargate SG-1 as Jonas Quinn. We will have him next week at 7 o'clock Central Time, live join us. In the meantime, Mambi, take us out. Oh, Kimo Kauai this weekend. Conroe, Texas, Lone Star Convention Center. Be there. Mambi, take us out.
Yes, and until next time, guys, smash that thumbs up. Make sure to share this out so more people can learn about this. And hopefully more events will come up for MCO because that'd be awesome. We have so much fun with this, and it's such a blessing to be a part of these. Make sure you're following CJ Peterson, Mambi Roa on YouTube, Yuki the Cosplay, and Juju the Cosplayer on Instagram, and of course, Magic Making Mischief on Facebook, and all the things, guys. Till next time, mischief managed.